Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all of you. The most common goal for human beings isn't to win the lottery, as many of you may be thinking. It isn't to be beautiful either, or to have magical powers. It is to be happy. It has been said for many decades that love is all we need. But is it really? Can love be more than enough, or there is something else that we are missing? Have you been deeply in love and at the same time lack peace within your relationship and yourself? Love or peace? Which of these concepts have a bigger influence on your happiness? Joining us today from Global Harmony House in New York, Sister Anjani, where she coordinates all activities there. She has been a meditator for over 35 years and is also a presenter to numerous businesses and corporations on spiritual topics related to self improvement, meditation, and well being. So let us all together welcome Sister Anjani. Good morning, Sister Anjani.
Good morning to each one from New York, and a good evening to you in your own beautiful land. And so I'm very happy to be with all of you, I would say from my side, this early hours of the morning. And it was so beautiful to just feel that I'm waking up 3 a.m. to get ready and to come and be with all of you. It felt very peaceful. It felt very loving. It felt very sweet that I'm meeting those from across the other end of the world, and then to feel that all of you are my family. I'm meeting. It's not. I feel that I'm meeting those who I don't know. Yes, I may not know you physically, but there is something that connects all of us together, something deeply that we connect in some way or another, and that is love and peace. And the many more qualities, but we will explore a little bit today on these two qualities that is most needed today. As much as everyone love to speak about this quality of love and peace, yet we find that they're not qualities that we need to only talk about, but we want to experience them in real life. We want them to be me. I want to be those qualities. I want to feel that when I wake up in the morning, I can feel at peace with myself. I can feel at peace with the world. I can feel at peace with my surroundings. I can feel that there is this love, this, just as you watch growth of something, and it just brings the feeling of joy and happiness. You want to wake up feeling this wonder of these two qualities, because if at any given moment these qualities reduces, we find that we're peaceless inside. We feel something is missing inside, something is removed from me, something is being taken away from me. And so, how do I find these two qualities all the time when I need them? They should be at my reach. It's not that I'm going to search for peace, look for peace everywhere around me when there is a situation in front of me. It should not be that, when someone who's close to me in my life leaves me, and then I say, oh, I'm so empty, I'm so distressed, there is so much peacelessness, love is gone. And so how do I move to that place within myself that I can feel that these qualities, they are constantly there. They are at my reach at any given moment. And so I would like us to start with a little bit of a peace meditation, just to move to a place of what peace could feel like. And I'm sure each one of you, you would have visited places of peace. You would have been in a space that speaks of peace. Sometimes we notice, and sometimes we don't notice. We are just there. But when we allow ourselves, sorry, it's my throat. When we allow ourselves to just to stop for a moment and pause and appreciate and allow the vision to scan around, you will find that what you're looking for is coming from outside. It seems to be coming from outside, but you will experience that you also have it. It's not a setting outside alone that creates an environment of peace, but you yourself has that potential to be what you want to be. So let's pause for a moment and reflect. And reflect and imagine that you are by a big, beautiful lake. It is your favorite lake. And so at the lake, you take your seat. It is your special seat because you're a frequent visitor to the lake. The water is very still, calm, and clear. It is as though you can see the bottom of the lake. You can see your face in the lake. What do I see as I see my face in the lake? There are beautiful white, pink, and yellow lilies growing at the corner of the lakes. See them. Appreciate the colors of the flowers. See how these lilies have the roots at the bottom of the lake, in the mud. And the lilies are unaffected and untouched by the mud. Appreciate by just looking at the beauty of nature. The sun is gently rising, filling the dark sky with a very colorful red and orange light. The golden light of the sun adds colors to the trees, creating a magnificent beauty all around. I can hear the birds chirping very sweetly in the trees and seeing the beautiful white swans graciously enjoy swimming in the still waters. I look around to see that I am alone in this open space. It is as though Mother Nature has set the stage for me to experience this special gift of peace. I absorb this breathtaking scene. I pause and listen to the silence of the early morning hours. I realize the external silence, quietness, stillness, beauty, the tranquility, the serenity stirs a very deep feeling of peace within. It is a peace that I have never noticed before. I realized that it is not only there is peace and harmony outside of me, but I can feel I am one with nature in its beauty and peace. And so pause for a moment and appreciate yourself being given this opportunity to receive this beautiful gift from Mother Nature. It is your biggest prize, the prize of the stillness around you, the quietness around you. And so I bring my thoughts back to this present moment. And I'm sure each one of you, you were able to take your thoughts to that lake. You would have all visited lakes and oceans and many places before. But sometimes we are not able to experience because there is a lot of noise that goes on in our mind. We're thinking and we're not realizing that I'm thinking. My mind keeps on chattering and it is so busy that I can't appreciate the beauty that nature has given to me. And I don't even appreciate that I can also create the thoughts, which is peaceful. And so just spending some time reflecting just on a quietness of the lake or a beautiful garden or any way that speaks of peace, you will find that seems as though it is external, but actually there is someone who is the experiencer, who is feeling, who is experiencing all that's around me. And who is that one who is experiencing all around me? It is me. It is my own being. It is my own mind who is connecting with all that is external to say, oh, wow, this is so beautiful. This is so peaceful. We could meet someone and instantly you find yourself connecting to that person because they are very peaceful and very loving. Because it is qualities that exudes from the person. You know, the way they say something, the way they share their respect, the way they give regard to you. You're meeting them for the first time. And yet you will never forget the impact of those few words from a person just because those words touch you in a deeper way that you were never being touched before. And so who is the one who is sharing and who is the one who is receiving? Who is the one who is saying, oh, this person touched my heart deeply? Who is experiencing that? I am the one who's experiencing that. I might go to some places and you walk in and everything seems perfectly all right. But the vibrations around you in that space doesn't make you feel comfortable. You don't feel that you want to stay in that. And everything is so intact, so beautiful. But there is no energy, there is no vibrations of welcoming, of making you feel that I want to be here longer. And so if we look at all these, this is like energy around us, and we have the potential to pick up on all of these energies. But who is the one who is experiencing all of these energies? And that is myself. I am the one who is experiencing being peaceful or being loving or receiving a vibration and energy that doesn't support what I would like to experience. And so if we look at our external world today, what do we see? What do we feel today? It's as though everyone has a story to tell, which is the story of peacelessness. Everyone has a story that speaks of sadness. Everyone has a story that connects, and it's as though it's an echo around the world of what peacelessness looks like. And so we are not looking at what peacelessness looks like because each one of us, we are very much aware of the things that create peacelessness. But also most of the time, we look at the external world and think that the external world is what is going to give me what I want. You know, everything and everyone should be the way I want them to be. And then I feel I will be so peaceful. When I have all the things that I need, life will be peaceful. I will not have to struggle in life. But we see that there are many who have all the things that money can buy or you can receive at the click of your finger. But where is peace? Still, life is full of peacelessness. Still, we're searching for peace. I'm going to ask everyone who I meet to give me peace in some way without using those words. I'm asking them to give me love and to give me peace. And we can see very clearly that the people whom we ask to love us, they sort of separate themselves more and don't love us. You go and say to someone, love me. Even if a child goes to a mother every day and say, mother, love me, love me. The mother will also turn around to the child and say, is it that you think I don't love you? That you have to come and say to me every day, mommy, love me? And so it is, these are not qualities that we ask for. I'm not asking myself for them. I'm not asking anyone to give to me because I could be receiving as much as possible from everyone, but I can't see it. I can't recognize it because in my own world, I am so engaged, involved, and so busy in the things that is attracting me, is pulling me, is creating, that I am allowing it to create the peacelessness inside of me. That even if someone comes and say to me, I love you, I will not be able to accept that love because in my heart, I'm carrying feelings of not trusting. So if I can't trust, how am I going to love? I can't love. I can be by this beautiful, silent, wonderful lake, watching the sunrise and all the beautiful things around me and the birds, but I can't appreciate the beauty. I can't feel the peace. Why? Because in my mind, I'm carrying the thoughts, which is of a situation, which is something someone has said, something someone did, and it all belongs, it's all stories of the past. So I'm carrying all these stories inside of me. And what I've done through the years, I have talked to myself about these stories. And I've told myself these stories many times, sometimes every day for 10 times, 20 times. I've seen people carry these stories all day. That's what one could talk about. This person said this person did this situation happened. What is the common situation that people are talking about today? COVID. The word COVID is from everyone's mouth. Why? Because that's all that one is engaged in as the news of today's world. And it's okay to be aware of what's happening. It's okay to be aware that I need to take care. But how many times do I need to tell myself these things? How many times do I need to keep talking about it? How many times do I need to keep explaining what one needs to do? And so we have to see how we're creating the thoughts we create. What quality are those thoughts? Are those thoughts favorable to me? Is it creating a very peaceful inner world? Or I see myself how I am creating my own peaceless world. Am I creating a world where there is love, this harmony within, this feeling that we are one family? Or am I creating the thoughts of division, of being divided? It's your country, your world, and I live in another part of the world, and so this is my world. Or can I feel the love and the care from my heart for everyone who lives in the most faraway end of the world? That if there is a situation happening there to the people of that place, can there be the feelings to offer the vibrations of my pure thoughts, my pure feelings, my good wishes to those people around the world in another part, as I said, who is so far away from me. And so we can look at all these things and ask ourselves, where do I and where would I like to be? Where would I like to be at this moment? And I would say personally for myself, I would like to be with myself. And sometimes one could say being with the self isn't that selfish, that you're thinking of yourself. But it's not being selfish. It's having to give, being it to share it, living it to help others to make it easy. Because if I can't be it, I will never be able to help anyone in life. It's just like they say when you go in the plane and the air hostess says, now, if the mask drops, what do you do? Here's the drop of oxygen and the mask drops in front of you. What do you do? Do you put the mask on your face first, or do you put it on the baby first? Which do you do? Do you do it on the baby or do you do it on yourself? Which do you do? You need to first do it on yourself. I need to wear my mask first. And then I can take care of even the baby that I love the most. The baby is the most precious treasure that I have. But I first have to wear the mask myself. Why? Because I need to protect myself. Then I would have enough oxygen to quickly help the baby. But if I'm going to do that, then we're going to be struggling. I will not be able to even to put the mask on the baby. And similarly, even now with COVID, what do? We wear the mask to protect ourselves so that I can protect others, right? I am wearing my mask so that if for some reason I'm carrying the virus, I protect myself so that I don't give also other people who comes in contact with me. So we are doing, it's like an exchange of caring, exchange of love by doing these things that we need to do today to help each other, to have that feeling of caring, have the feeling of love. And so these are like expressions of love with my own life as an example. Because if I can't be it, we find that we create thoughts and feelings inside of us that will create peacelessness. The energy, the vibrations that will come from others will also be of peacelessness. And so this is why doing the right things, doing the things that will help me and help others creates a deep feeling of peace, love, and harmony. And when I can create that environment around me, what do we find? We don't have to struggle for peace. But to live in these peaceless times, to live in these times of great uncertainty, to live in these times when anger is at the fingertip, as they say, of everyone, it's so easy to be angry, so easy to be agitated, so easy to be anxious, so easy to be all those things. And so to live in these times when I can be and feel at peace and feel the love inside of me blooming like a flower, it is the most precious gift anyone can have. It's the most precious experience anyone can have. It is the most important thing for anyone to have in these days. And so teach yourself, I would say, talk to yourself, talk to your mind. Make your mind your best friend. Make your mind your little child and talk to your mind. Because as I said, someone could come and say to you, I love you, but if there isn't trust, I will not accept love. My heart is blocked and no energy of love will flow in the heart. And so I talk to myself that I am love. I have the capacity to love. Love is who I am because that's what I want to be. Peace is who I am because that's what I want. I can only want that which I have. If I never have it, I would never seek it. If you have this beautiful diamond necklace and somewhere you went to a party and you dropped it, you would be searching for it. You would be looking around, where can you find it? And you would go to everyone asking. And someone who found it, they don't know who it belongs to, but they will bring it to the owner and they will say, this is not mine. It belongs to someone else. You can check with your guests and see who had this beautiful diamond necklace. And so I was only looking for that which is mine. And the other person found it and knows that this is not mine. So I will not keep it. So similarly, these qualities, whether it's love or peace, or just to live a very happy life, I want those qualities because they are mine. They belong to me. I've lived with them and I've lived a life full of these qualities. But somewhere along the journey of life, I lost them. I dropped them. I picked up other stuff. And we reach a point in time now in our lives that we're looking for that same gift, that same peace, the love in relationships, and the beautiful feelings that it creates when I can be that. I'm looking for it. And so the only difficulty is we're looking in the wrong places. We're looking all around us. Today, Mother Nature gives me that beautiful lake with everything that is so perfectly designed. And tomorrow a storm comes and knocks trees down and so many things that creates around the area. And you go the next day and you say, wow, my beautiful lake is gone. Or the people who says, I love you, I love you, I love you. And tomorrow they are not there to say, I love you. And so we can go on and on with the list of where we take our love and peace from outside of us, whom we ask for to give it to me. And we find that it's temporary. It's there today and might be gone tomorrow. But there is a space and someone who can love unlimitedly, who can give to me at any moment I need it. Even I can be in the midst of the greatest crisis. I can be in the midst of wars, the biggest situations of life. And that person can only be myself. When I learn the art of knowing that I am, my innate quality is love, I will feel that love. I will feel that peace. Because this is who I am. This is what I am. This is what I'm connecting with. This is what I'm looking all around to find. But I need to move my attention from the external receiving to the internal receiving, the internal being, so that as I am being it, I am feeling it. And when I can feel it, I will live by those qualities. And those will be the qualities that I will share with others. And as I share, you will find that it will grow, it will become abundance. If I don't be it and I don't share it, I will feel very stagnant inside. I will feel as though there isn't an energy that flows that creates happiness, because the end result of peace and love is happiness. And that's what we want to feel. So waking up in the early hours of the morning to feel the beauty and the silence of the external space is not an external silence. It's an internally, I am feeling the silence of what the quietness of the world feels like at this hour. But who is feeling it? Who's experiencing it? It's my own mind. So let us learn this art to teach our mind, have conversations with our mind, make our mind our best friend in such a way that this best friend will be with me in any given situation, in any crisis, because I know my mind has the capacity to think in this beautiful way, in this positive way, in this most amazing way. And so let me use my mind to create these qualities, these thoughts, which will bring me the peace and the love that I'm looking for. So I just have to move within myself to discover that both of these treasures, they are my diamonds inside of me. They are my most valuable treasures. And so don't give them up. Use them, enjoy them. These are not treasures, diamonds that anyone can steal from you. They can look at you and take them all, and they still wouldn't end. The more you're going to be it to give, the more you're going to have abundance of these treasures. But the most important thing is that I need to be aware. I need to see that they are my treasures. I need to, it's like a recognition that I have to know it. I cannot doubt myself that I don't have peace because it is my quality. It is something that is in me. And so take moments and let Mother Nature helps you to connect with what is inside of you. Because always remember, you are the one who is experiencing. You are the one who is feeling. And so I am the experiencer, even with the external situations around. So I choose to experience what I want to experience, not what someone or something only gives to me. Even in the most stillness of the lake, I can still be peaceless. In the midst of crisis, I can be peaceful. See my choice. It's still with me. And so let me spend this time with myself. And this is why we do meditation. We do meditation and reflection because it gives me the opportunity to move my mind away from the things of distraction and focusing my attention to that which I feel I need. And when I focus my attention there, you're giving yourself the time to experience what you need. So one is to think what you need. One is to think of peace, and the other is to think in peace. One is to think of love, and the other is to live a life of love. And all of this, I'm moving back again and again to the sacred space within myself. And you will find that when you create this beautiful friendship in your own world, We don't have complaints of the outer world. All the complaints of life goes on within my own self. So let us give ourselves the time to reflect, to experience, to be in those moments when I can feel that I have and I am these true qualities, these qualities that is for all time. Only I have to remember, I have to be aware, and you will find yourself, it's just one thought away. Thank you. And I would like to hand over to Jabin Ben.
Thank you, sister. It was beautiful. Indeed, we always forget that peace is within us. So that was a very good reminder. And what you said, that we need to sit down and have self talk, maybe you could guide us to another example or meditation or guided meditation, because often we sit down in the morning and we are so peaceful, we start our day right, and comes something or a thought again, or just an individual that comes and breaks a news to you and takes away all your peace. So what should we do at that time? How do we get back to that peace mode that we were in?
This is where the beauty of meditation helps a great deal. And there might be some of you who are listening for the first time. And there might be others who have been on the journey of meditation. And so, for those who are joining us for the first time, this self talk is to explain to myself just as you would explain to someone else. Imagine you have a child that comes in front of you, and this child cries every day. This is what happened, this is what's happening, this is what. Imagine what you will keep telling this child every day. And it's the same thing. Our mind keeps crying all the time and complaining about the things of life, which is creating the peacelessness. So, what I say to my mind when it creates a thought which it doesn't like outside or it doesn't like from someone, I would say to my mind, oh, mind, you have the capacity to just look at the moon and feel, and it's as though you are with the moon. You can look at that beautiful shining moon and you can just feel as though I'm on the moon. I could imagine that. So I have moved my mind away from that situation to feel that. So if my mind has the power to go to a place where I think there is peace, I just move my mind to a place internally where I say to my mind, you are most beautiful creation of God. You can create that which is so beautiful. You can imagine that which is so beautiful and make it so real. Now, all I need to do is to go to that place again and again inside and visit. Not, I tell my mind, what is happening outside, I can't change it. I can't control it. I can't tell anyone this is how you should be. Would I like someone to tell me this is how I should be? Maybe, but maybe not. And so I say to myself, everything is happening the way it has to happen because I'm not the one who created it and I'm not the one who can change it. But the only one I can change is my own self. The only one that I can help me to create these pure thoughts is where I can use my mind as that tool to create those pure thoughts, those beautiful thoughts that
European economy to ratify this deal. It's going to be an absolute scramble for all the business, particularly the haulage industry, to get itself ready to know
Thank you,
precisely
sister.
what they'll
Before
need
we
to.
start with the question and answers, I would like to just say what I have, I would like to share what I have taken from today is that once you are at peace with yourself, you can enjoy love vibrantly and develop healthier relationships. You can count on your inner peace to keep you safe and be delighted by the miracle of life unfolding. Love is beautiful and important, but when things don't go as planned, which happens most most of the time, or I can say always, inner peace is something that will never fail to catch us when we fall. We have a few questions. I'll read them out. This one is a little bit long, so kindly bear with us. In this period of time, we see many families where the elders are so dominating and want everyone to do what they want and get upset if we do not do so. As a result, in this environment, we feel disturbed and lose our peace of mind. We request our elders to give us space, but as a result, they feel you are not grateful with what they have done for you or your upbringing. How are you able to still attain your peace in this disharmony situation? Is it wrong to separate yourself from your elders for your peace, or is it disgraceful?
that's a very good question. I have a little story I will share with you. There once was a king who offered a prize to the artist who would paint the best picture of peace. Many artists tried. The king looked at all the pictures, but there were only two he really liked, and he had to choose between them. One picture was of a calm lake. The lake was a perfect mirror for peace. Sorry, I'm reading the story. The lake was a perfect mirror for peaceful, towering mountains all around it. Overhead was a blue sky with fluffy white clouds. All who saw this picture thought that it was a perfect picture of peace. The other picture had mountains too, but these were rugged and bare. Above was an angry sky from which rain fell and in which lightning played. Down the side of the mountain tumbled a foaming waterfall. This did not look peaceful at all. But when the king looked closely, he saw behind the waterfall a tiny bush growing in a crack in the rock. In the bush, a mother bird had built her nest. There, in the midst of the rush of angry water, sat the mother bird on her nest in perfect peace. Which picture do you think won the prize? The king chose the second picture. Do you know why? Because, explained the king, peace does not mean to be a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. Peace means to be in the midst of all those things and still be calm in your heart. And this is the meaning of peace. And so we know that all those around us who are in a state of peacelessness, it is actually an emptiness inside. And if I can be like the mother bird in all the noise that's happening around me, and I can be myself, what I want to be, you're going to help your elders. You're going to share so much of what you have, but first find it. First discover that this quality of peace and love is who you are and what you are. So we have choices, of course. We can move away and it will create more peacelessness, especially for some families who live in a very close-knitted environment. It's very difficult when you separate. And also separation sometimes also creates good relationship, but the choice has to be mine. What can I do? And this is why I would suggest spend time with yourself, reflecting on your own inner treasures and feeling the power that you have within you to give will change the circumstances around you. I'm not going to start by changing others because no one will change. And that is the mistake we always make again and again in our lives. We start wanting others to change. So experiment. Take a week and experiment. Go do the things that you need to do. You know, ask yourself, why are they upset? Are they upset at me? I didn't do anything to make them upset. They're upset with themselves. Okay, when I can separate that, then I can learn to be myself. So my peace and love is not coming from outside, but I have enough to give. So think before one makes a decision of stepping out. Always remember the bird in the midst of the storm.
Thank you, sister. Our next question is very similar. What is your best advice in handling rejection from your immediate family members?
Again, the direction will always point to me. Why would someone reject me? Why would I feel rejected? Someone rejected me, but if I don't reject myself, no one can reject me. And so love yourself. Love yourself that even though the entire world rejected you, you will feel that you're loved because you love yourself. And I would say, go to God, because that's one source who will never reject you. And that's one source who would constantly flow the love, like the love of the ocean, like a waterfall constantly flowing. And so you will never feel rejected. All these emotions are emotions that we go through because we create them also in ourselves. I'm not saying that outer situation is not there. It's there. But I am not bringing the outer world into my inner world. Let's learn this art of separating these two worlds, my inner world and my outer world. And first, I need to live the way I choose to in my inner world. And when I can live with love and peace in my inner world, I'm going to be happy no matter what my outer world looks like. Favorable or unfavorable, I am myself. wherever I am.
Thank you, sister. I think that was wonderful what you said, because very often, or many people have this, that they're able to talk with love or kind words to others, but when it comes to self-talk, they badger themselves so much. And yeah, so self-love is what we need to practice. We have one more question here. What is the difference between being happy and having peace? Could you give us some examples?
I am so happy to be with all of you. Why am I happy to be with all of you? Even though I am not seeing anyone, even though I am not hearing the sounds coming from anyone, none of that. But it's this feeling of joy that whatever is it, that the little that I feel that I have inside of me, I'm able to share with all of you. It brings me the feeling of great joy. So the joy is coming from inside of me, that, okay, you have this little bit of awareness. Share it with my family in the other end of the world, so that your life can be of a greater happiness, a greater quality, and purposeful. And peace is something that I would say, you look for peace only when there is peacelessness. When there are situations you say, oh, I wish I can have peace. Why can't everyone stop making noise? So I am looking for peace then. I'm not looking for happiness then. I'm looking for peace. And so this is also what I have to tell my mind when it's chattering too much. Okay, just pause. Just become quiet. Just become silent for a moment. And you will find that you're going to find that which is positive to be able to change the thoughts so that you can be peaceful. And so it's two different expressions, but peace will lead you to happiness. And when you're happy, you will be led to peace too. They're all interconnected, but we express them at different times in different circumstances.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. That was so enlightening. So I welcome everybody to put on their cameras to thank Sister Anjani, who's joined us this morning, very early morning from New York, to share with us her wisdom. And I thank all of you also for joining us today.
I am so happy now to see the faces. See, I was happy before, but now you have made me more happy, because now I'm seeing who I'm talking to. And there is this feeling, look, we are so far away from each other, but yet with love, we're all as though we're in the same room, because it's a beautiful energy that is being shared, of smiles and happiness, right? The joy of being together. And this is what is important. I can see Kavita Ben there. Hello, Kavita Ben. I'm seeing faces that I know. And so see, this is what relationships are. A relationship is based on peace and love. So I'm really wishing each one of you spend time with yourself, spend time with God, spend time with Mother Nature, because this is the three means for us to live a life where we can just feel at peace, love, and happiness with ourselves and with everyone else around us. Don't wait for anyone to give it to you. It's a common mistake, so we don't want to keep making that mistake again and again by waiting for others to give to us. Let's know that we are the treasure stores of those qualities, and the largest treasure store is God. Go to God.
Thank you, sister. Thank you once again. We have a family from all over the world today, all across the globe, joining us.
Mhm.
Thank you.
It's really wonderful to be with everyone.
So
Should,
good to see you.
should we do a minute closing meditation?
Yes,
Sure.
let's do that.
So you can keep your cameras on so we can feel the transmission of the energy. As you create the thoughts of peace and love, it's going to reach United States of America and the rest of the world from wherever you are. And as I create the thoughts from here, it flows around the world. So look at all of us. This small group of people can create a whole world of peace because it's my world and I send the vibrations reaching you wherever you are. So let's sit comfortably and recognizing that peace and love, they are treasures that is eternally with me. I don't need to look outside for them because they are my special gifts. Peace is not the absence of war, but peace is when I can create the joy. In peace, there is calmness. In peace, there is serenity. And where there is love, my heart flows. There is no fear, but there is abundance. There is trust. And so peace and love, I will keep them as my best friends. I will talk to peace and love at any given moment that I feel my mind creates the thoughts that is not useful for me. I can say to my mind, "Oh mind, you are the most loving and peaceful friends that I have." And so be at peace in the self by creating the beautiful thoughts of love and peace. Think of the source of peace and love and spend time with the source. And I will be like this bird, this mother bird taking care of its little ones in the midst of the storm. Om Shanti, and thank you.
Thank you once again, sister. So our next session will be on coming Saturday at same time, 4 p.m. Jakarta. Do drop me a message so that I can update you with the details. And once again, thank you for joining us. Have a nice weekend. Stay blessed and stay safe. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Jabin Ben, for having New York in Jakarta.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Om
you.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. Lots of love. Have a day of love and peace. Today, try it. Okay?
Thank you.